Hello fellow explorers, and welcome back to U-Tours. Today, we're embarking on a grand tour of the top 12 best places to visit in Europe, from the romantic streets of Paris to the historic landmarks of Rome. Join us as we uncover the rich cultural heritage, stunning landscapes, and hidden gems waiting to be discovered across this captivating continent. Number 12. Athens. A city that was inhabited since the 5th century BC, gave the world the concept of democracy. Because this metropolis is the capital of Greece and historical Europe. Many of the main sites of Athens can be found in the Old City, especially around the Acropolis. The list includes the Temple of Zeus, the Theatre of Dionysus, where the works of Sophocles were performed, Hadrian's Arch, the symbolic entrance to the city, and the Parthenon, located at the top of the Acropolis. Number 11. Vienna. Vienna is the most magical city in Austria. It's a city that conjures up images of beautifully dressed women dancing to Strauss waltzes. It is a city where beautiful white lipizzaners dance with precision around a circle. It's a place where you throw your diet aside for a piece of Sacher-Torte chocolate. Don't forget to wander through the picturesque old town. Visit the magnificent Baroque Schönbrunn Castle, the medieval Stephens Cathedral, the Hofburg Imperial Palace, or perhaps a performance by the famous Viennese Boys Choir. Number 10. Venice. Venice is for romantics who love gliding down the Grand Canal with a gondolier singing Italian love songs. This is, after all, the city that sent Marco Polo on his way to China. Start your exploration of Venice in Piazza San Marco, the city's most famous square. Here you will find the Doge's Palace, the seat of the Venetian government, and St. Mark's Basilica, the main church in Venice, with a stunning view from the tower. Venice is also famous for its bridges over the canals. Number 9. Florence. If it weren't for Florence, the Renaissance might not have happened. Florence is generally credited with bringing Europe out of the Dark Ages with great artists such as Michelangelo. You can see their works in the Uffizi, Florence's largest gallery, or in the Accademia, where the original David is on display. Have a gelato while walking along the Ponte Vecchio, which bridges the Arno River. See the extravagant wealth of the Medici family at the Pitti Palace. Marvel at the early engineering that created the Great Duomo. This is Florence at its best. Number 8. London. English history buffs will have a field day in London. This city on the Thames is full of palaces, from Buckingham Palace to Hampton Court Palace. Home to the royal jewels, the Tower of London is more of a prison than a palace. And from Knightsbridge, don't forget to visit the wonderful food halls at Harrods. To Carnaby Street, the shopping is amazing. You can get around London quickly and efficiently by riding the famous tube. Don't forget the Gap. Number 7. Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a pleasant city with winding canals lined with tall, narrow terraced houses. It's the town where Anne Frank kept her famous diary, so a visit to the house where she wrote is a must. This Venice of the North is also a city of great art, starting with the Rijksmuseum, home of Europe's great masterpieces, the Rembrandt House, and the more modern Van Gogh Museum. Take a break from sightseeing and try a Dutch beer at the Heineken Brewery. Number 6. Prague. With its long history of wars and destruction, Prague is considered one of the best places to visit in Europe. Despite the devastation caused by World War II, Prague has a very nice old town that is worth more than a few hours of your time. Prague has many pedestrian zones that make walking a pleasure as you wander around Prague Castle, the Jewish Quarter, St. Vitus Cathedral, and across the Charles Bridge. Wenceslas Square in Nowe Mesto is buzzing with lively nightlife and entertainment. Number 5. Istanbul. Istanbul may be on the outer edge of Europe, but it's well worth a visit when traveling abroad. Turkey's largest city is a fascinating place full of rich history, colorful markets, and mosques. Major attractions include the Bosphorus, which separates Europe and Asia, the ecumenical Hagia Sophia, which used to be a Greek Orthodox Christian basilica, then an imperial mosque, and now a museum, and the 15th century Topkapi Palace, which is now also a museum. Shop at the Grand Bazaar, which has been operating since 1461. Number 4. Barcelona. Founded by the Romans, Barcelona is today a bustling city on the Mediterranean Sea. As the capital of Catalonia, it is a major power in the region. It is perhaps best known for the unusual buildings designed by architect Antoni Gaudí. These notable structures include La Sagrada Familia, a church that has been under construction since 1892. You could base your entire visit around its buildings, but then you would miss out on other Barcelona delights such as La Rambla, the popular pedestrian street in the central part of the city. Number 3. Paris. Songs praise Paris in spring, but any time of year is a good time to visit this captivating city on the River Seine. It's a city packed to the brim with history, culture, great food, and cutting-edge fashion. The iconic Eiffel Tower is one of the landmarks you shouldn't miss. The Louvre is home to one of the largest art collections in the world. Among its great churches are the Sacred Heart and Notre Dame. For opulence, there's Versailles with its famous Hall of Mirrors. Number 2. Santorini. When it's time to sit back and relax, head to Santorini, an island in the Aegean Sea. Top travel magazines consider it a top destination. Once you're there, you can't help but agree. The island has picture postcard villages, an active volcano, and amazing sunsets. Be sure to visit Fira, a village perched on top of a cliff. You'll also want to try wines like the Vinsanto dessert wine, as well as produce that sweeter and tastier thanks to the volcanic ash soil it grows in. Number 1. Rome. The ancient Romans established bases as far away as Great Britain. However, they did not ignore their hometown when it came to building great monuments. One of Rome's must-see landmarks is the Colosseum, an arena that can hold up to 80,000 people for gladiator matches. One of the biggest attractions is the small country inside the city. The Vatican, with its impressive St. Peter's Basilica featuring art by Michelangelo, is a must-see even if you're not Catholic. You might catch a glimpse of the Pope at his Wednesday audiences. As our European adventure comes to a close, we hope you've enjoyed exploring the continent's most iconic destinations with us. Whether you're dreaming of a romantic getaway, a cultural excursion, or an outdoor adventure, Europe offers endless possibilities for unforgettable experiences. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy travels.